Hey there, Annie. I hate beating around the bush, so I'll get straight to the point.
Karen, what is it?
It's about your husband, Arthur. As much as it pains me to say this. Oh, who am I kidding? It doesn't pain me at all to say this.
You're acting really weird. Could you just tell me what this is about, please?
Arthur is mine now. And we just got out of our hotel room after an evening of, well, I think you know.
Let me get this straight, Karen. Are you telling me right now that you're having an affair with my husband?
That's right. Actually, it's been just about a year since we started seeing each other. We're deeply in love.
How did you even meet Arthur?
Oh, it's a simple story, really. I started working at Arthur's company, that's all. And since I've got nothing to hide anymore, I may as well tell you that I had every intention to make him mine from the moment I applied. I'm just as gifted in the workplace as I am in the bedroom, so I was a shoo-in for the position. And that was precisely what made Arthur go head over heels for me. Oh, Annie, if only you were more of a woman, then maybe it wouldn't have been so easy to take Arthur from you.
Is there more to this conversation, or is that all you wanted to say?
What's up with that reaction?
You've told me that you've been having an affair with my husband for a year, so is that it? You met, you slept with him, and now you're telling me about it? I've got all that, so let's keep this conversation moving forward, if you don't mind.
You're something else, Annie.
You said you hate beating around the bush, right? Well, so do I.
Oh. All right, fine. Have it your way. So anyway, early next month, I'll be taking a week off from work. Would you like to know what I'll be doing? I'll be going on a week-long vacation with Arthur.
I see.
And while we're away, I need someone to look after my 3 kids. And since you're just a housewife, I thought I could just have you take care of them.
Huh? While you were planning this big reveal to me, do you honestly think that I would just agree to babysit your kids while you sleep with my husband?
You have no choice but to say yes.
Why?
Because I'm a strong, independent woman who successfully balanced a high-achieving career and being a single mother. And you're nothing but a housewife.
Any time you'd like to start making sense would be great, Karen. You made a pretty big leap in reasoning there, and I'm gonna have to ask you to show your work.
Wow, Annie, I had no idea you were so dull. You still have no idea what sort of position you're in, do you?
What position would that be?
Your days as the pampered and spoiled housewife of a rich and successful entrepreneur are about to come to an abrupt end. Your beautiful little house of cards is about to come tumbling down. And when it does, you're in for an extremely hard awakening when you hit rock bottom.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You're saying that if I divorce my husband, that I'll have no one to take care of me since I don't work? Are you threatening me?
Threatening? Heavens no! I would never dream of threatening you, Annie. I'm giving you some valuable information. Reality apparently hasn't set in for you yet, so let me be clear. If you don't want to find yourself a divorced woman with nowhere to go and no one to help you, then be a good little girl and look after my kids while we're away. Got it?
Let me repeat. Did you really think that this little game of yours would work on me?
Obviously, yeah. I think that any rational person in your position would realize you've been totally defeated and just do exactly as I say. What do you say, Annie? You'll look after my kids for me, right?
Not a chance.
Excuse me?
There's not a snowball's chance in hell that I'm gonna look after my husband's mistress's kids while they're out on a romantic getaway. You'll have to hire a babysitter or something. I'm not doing it.
You are unbelievable, Annie. Do you still think you're in any position to be saying no to me? You don't want to get divorced, do you? Think about your daughter. If you don't want the both of you to get kicked to the curb, penniless and hopeless, then do what I say and watch my kids during our vacation.
Hey, Jack, got a minute?
Sure. Annie? What's up?
There's been some activity from you-know-who concerning you-know-what, and we need to move fast. Are you good to go?
Wow. From the sound of things, this is pretty serious. The last we talked, you were planning on waiting until your daughter's summer vacation was over.
Yeah, this can't wait that long anymore. We gotta move soon. And by soon, I mean by next month.
Sheesh.
Can you do it?
Well, I mean, from my position, it's really a the sooner the better type of thing. But good grief, what happened?
It looks like Arthur's punishment is going to come sooner than I expected.
Go on.
Earlier this afternoon, Arthur's mistress texted me personally and blew the lid on their whole affair.
No way! For real?
It gets worse. She said that she and Arthur are going on a week-long vacation early next month. And, get this, she's now demanding that I take care of her 3 kids for her while they're away.
What?
I was originally planning to hold off for a bit longer, but now that my daughter could get involved, I think the time for holding off is over.
Holy smokes! What is that woman's problem? Like, is she clinically insane?
It wouldn't surprise me at all if she was, but in all honesty, I think that rather than mental illness, her real problem is just that she's an amoral, home-wrecking, slimy harlot with absolutely no conscience.
Oof. Don't hold back. Tell me what you really think about her.
Oh, don't worry. I have no intentions of holding back or looking after her kids. After all, I'm really not in as weak of a position as she thinks I am. Quite the contrary, she's so blissfully unaware of what's really going on and what I have in store for her. To be honest, I feel kind of bad for her.
Ha! Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in her position right now either. Alright then. Let's meet up at my house to discuss the specifics of where we go from here. Can you come over on Saturday?
Is it all right if I bring my daughter along with me?
Yeah. My wife's going to be taking our son over to her folks' place for the day, so we'll just have your daughter go along with them.
Thanks. I'll talk to her personally when I can, but please give her my thanks in advance, will you?
Just did. She says, don't mention it. I'm glad to help.
All right, so Saturday at 10 a.m.? Does that sound okay?
Got it. Let me know if there's anything you need me to prepare in advance.
Thanks, Jack. See you Saturday.
Hey there, Annie. Arthur and I are leaving for our vacation tomorrow. When will you be coming to pick up my kids?
I'm pretty sure I already told you I'm not babysitting for you.
Oh, please, Annie. Give up the ghost. You're not fooling anyone. You know just as well as I do that you can't say no to me. Honestly, I don't care if you get divorced or not. It's all the same to me. Either way, Arthur is still mine, and you're still a loser. But as long as you're married, we'll always have a babysitter to take care of my kids for me, which means I'll have more free time to spend with my Arthur. So, Annie, like I said, I'm a superior woman to you in every way, and if I wanted, I could make Arthur divorce you anytime I want. It's out of the kindness of my heart that I'm allowing you to stay married to him. For now. Oh, would you look at the time? We need to get going. I'll just drop my kids off at the curb in front of your house. You can handle things from there. Make sure you feed them some proper meals, okay?
Karen, I told you, I am not taking care of your kids.
And I told you, unless you want your sweet little daughter thrown out on the streets, yes, you are.
No, I literally cannot babysit your kids. I have to work today.
What?
I'm not a housewife anymore. I have work today, so I sent my daughter over to my parents' house to look after her until the evening. And they'll have their hands full with her. They can't look after your kids, too.
What? So what, you got yourself some part-time job? A janitor or something?
Nope, I'm actually a regular full-time employee.
In your dreams, what company would hire some housewife like you? What skills could you possibly have to offer them? So yeah, I'll drop my kids off in front of your place. See you in a week. Annie, where are you and where are my kids?
Oh, hello, Karen. I see you made it back from your vacation.
Obviously, I just came to pick up my kids. But Arthur said that all of your and your daughter's things are completely gone. The house is empty. What on earth is going on? Where are my kids? Don't tell me you just abandoned them out on the street.
Nah, don't worry. I'd never do a thing like that.
Don't tell me not to worry. Where are my kids?
Your kids should be all safe and sound at your ex-husband's place.
What? My ex-husband?
Yeah, I figured that since they're his kids too, that he'd like to know what was going on with them. It just so happens that the husband of a friend of mine used to work with your ex and still had his phone number. So he gave me your ex-husband's phone number and I gave him a call.
What did you do, Annie?
Me? I didn't do anything. But as for your ex, as soon as he got to my house and saw that you actually did just abandon them on our front lawn, he put them right into his car and took them back to his house with him.
No! How could you do this to me?
Again, I didn't do anything. However, your husband will likely be suing you for custody over what you did. So I would recommend getting a lawyer and preparing to pay out money in child support.
You monster! Who do you think you are? Fine, that does it. I'm going to make Arthur divorce you, so I recommend you get a lawyer if you can afford one.
Is that so?
You'll soon learn that you should have simply shut up and done what you were told. While you were enjoying your pampered existence as a housewife, I was out there in the real world making something of myself. Now you're going to see exactly what a cruel place the real world is.
Did you not see me say I'm a full-time employee?
Oh yeah, I saw your lies.
Listen, Karen, I guess you didn't know this, but the reason I was a full-time housewife for about a year was just an issue of timing and circumstances.
What is that supposed to mean?
When I made the decision to resign from my old company, I was already planning to work with my brother Jack, who was in the process of starting up his own company. But due to a number of circumstances within the company and the industry overall, that company ended up going bankrupt before I actually resigned. Unfortunately, my brother wasn't quite ready to launch his company when that happened. And my daughter had just started kindergarten to boot. So I figured that rather than get some random job at a place with the intent to quit that job in less than a year, I would spend that free time studying up to obtain some new certifications I would need to work with my brother's company. And I just passed my final tests last month. And so, as of last week, I am officially an employee at my brother's company.
I see.
Originally, I wasn't planning to start work there for another few months. But since you decided to enact your brilliant scheme of threatening me with divorce if I didn't watch your kids while you slept with my husband, I talked to my brother and had him move up our plans a few months.
Okay.
I really do feel bad about petty issues between adults having an impact on my daughter, but to be fully honest, she never really liked her father anyway. On the other hand, she always loved my parents, and now that we've moved in with them, she is absolutely thrilled to be able to play with her grandma and grandpa every day. So, it's probably better for her this way.
So, you mean...
Yep, you guessed it. Thanks for your advice about getting a lawyer, but I actually already had one. And he's now hard at work on a lawsuit against my husband for his affair. And of course, you'll be getting served as well, so be prepared for that.
No!
Oh, and one more thing. Arthur's getting fired as president of his company.
He is?
I was never involved with his company, so I don't know the specifics, but word on the street is he repeatedly broke the ethics rules that he himself set for the company's executives. Ironic, huh?
Wait, hold on. This can't be happening. None of this was supposed to happen. Everything was going according to plan. How could things possibly turn out this badly for me?
You know, there's a word for what's happening to you right now.
What is it?
Karma. In any case, there's no point in me continuing this conversation with you, so I'll go ahead and take my leave here. You'll be hearing from my lawyer within a few days with all the details of my lawsuit against you.
Can't we talk about this like adults?
Nope. Bye. Arthur and I got divorced a month after that. I sued the both of them for their affair and won a hefty judgment. I also sued Arthur for child support, so he'll be on the hook for that until she's 18. Not long after that, Arthur was removed from his post as president of his company. He inherited that position from his father, who founded the company, and he was so furious that he's now forcing Arthur to make ends meet as a day laborer in the company's factory. As for Karen, she lost custody of all 3 kids to her ex-husband, and the shoe's on the other foot now. She's the one who will have to pay child support to him. Word about her illicit affair with the now former president, my ex-husband, spread throughout the company, and after a while she couldn't stand being the subject of constant ridicule and quit her job. Karen holed herself up in her apartment for a few weeks after that, but her parents came along to slap some sense into her and got her a job somewhere with company housing close to the office. Apparently, she actually is an incredibly talented worker, so if she can just manage to fix her atrocious personality and lack of morals, she might actually be able to turn her life around. But frankly, I'm not too optimistic about that.
Hey, Nancy, have you noticed if the Wi-Fi is down? I'm trying to use my laptop, but it's just not connecting to the internet.
Oh, yeah, the internet's not working.
Okay. Well then, should I call someone to come and fix it? I mean, it's kind of essential that it gets up and running again. I was doing something quite important just then, and it totally crashed on me.
No, that won't be necessary.
Huh? Why not? If the internet is down, then surely you need someone to come out and fix it. We pay for the best package, so it really shouldn't be experiencing problems like this.
It's not necessary because I'm the one who's turned the internet off.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean exactly what I said. I turned the internet off.
But why? You know I use it during the day.
Yes, I know you do. In fact, I know that you use it pretty much all day, every day.
So then, why'd you turn it off?
Because you don't pay for it. Me and your brother do. You just sit around all day using up all of my internet and you don't even pay any money towards it. I'm sick and tired of paying for you when you do nothing for me or your brother.
Whoa, that's not true in the slightest. It's not like I'm just sitting at home playing games or watching YouTube or something. I'm actually working really hard.
Oh, please. You don't do anything. All you do is sit at home using all of mine and Jasper's electricity, eating all of our food and using all of our water. You don't even bother to tidy up after yourself. You just take advantage of Jasper's money and use it for yourself. Last month, you didn't pay us anything for the rent or the bills. We had to cover all of them. Do you know how expensive that was? I have things that I'd like to buy as a little treat to myself, you know? I can't do that if you're making me use all of my money on bills. And don't think I didn't notice the new computer bit that you got yourself. I saw the package arrive and I searched how much it was. How can you afford over $200 on a computer part and not pay your share of the bills. You are just wasting your welfare money on ridiculous stuff, thinking that me and your brother will pay for everything else for you.
Okay, you really need to chill out, like right now, before you go spouting off ridiculous and false accusations. If you don't stop now, you might end up saying something that you regret.
I don't need to do anything. I'm the one earning the money, and you're just a penniless loser. If you want to try and tell me what to do, then you need to first start earning some money, because I won't be listening to anything you say otherwise. I don't listen to losers and bums.
I'm not anything that you're calling me. I don't know where you got this idea from that I'm penniless or that I don't help out around the house, but it's not true at all. I know that at the moment I'm not in the best of situations, but it's not my fault that the company I worked for went under and that I was made redundant. I'm lucky that at the minute I've still got my severance check, which is helping me out, which I used to pay for my share of the bills and rent, like I have done for the last 4 months since I moved in.
What are you on about? You didn't pay for the bills last month. Jasper did.
No, he didn't actually. He only paid for half, like we agreed when I moved in.
Well, I think you're lying. I bet you're just saying that to try and make yourself look less useless than you actually are. I'll be asking Jasper if what you said is true when he gets back from his business meeting. Until then, you won't be able to use the internet during the day as I'll turn it off.
Do you really think I'm stupid enough to not know how to turn the internet back on?
Well, yes, actually, I do. But just to be safe, I've taken the router with me to work. You can't have the internet if it's not there.
You what? You seriously taken the whole internet router away just so I wouldn't be able to use it?
Yep.
Oh my god, Nancy, what is actually wrong with you? I've paid my share of the bills so I can use the internet. You can't just take it away.
Actually, I think you'll find that I can, and that I have. And for the next 3 days, whilst Jasper is away, I'll be turning all of the electricity off during the day when I'm not there, so that I can save a bit of money and so the bills aren't so high. If you don't want to be sitting in a dark house all day with no internet, then you'll just have to go somewhere else, like the library or something. I don't care, just so long as you aren't in my house.
There is seriously something wrong with you, Nancy. To just cut off all the amenities like that is really a callous thing to do. You know I need the internet. I was working on something important and now you've just messed everything up. I'm gonna have to go somewhere like the library or a cafe shop where the Wi-Fi is free. I hope you're pleased with yourself.
Well, actually, yeah, I am. My goal was to get you to stop using all of my amenities and hiking my bills up. So, yeah, I've got what I wanted, so I'm happy.
You are literally the worst. I can't believe my brother actually married you.
Look, I'm not the one with no job. You're the one who is so pathetic that you can't even hold down a job. You're lucky that your brother is so kind and that he let you move in with us until you find a place of your own. If it were up to me, I would have told you that it was your own fault that you lost your job and that you had to find your own way back onto your feet. I, personally, don't want to be supporting some deadbeat loser who can't pay for himself. I mean, my friends have even all found out and they're making so much fun of me. They're all like, I can't believe you got to live with your dorky brother-in-law. He's such a loser. And Natasha even said that if I don't hurry up and get rid of you, that your loserness is going to rub off on me. I can't be having that.
Wow, so that's what you really think, huh? You really hate me that much? Is that it? And what did you mean by get rid of me?
Well, yeah. It's no secret that I don't like you. I really wish that you just get lost already. Nobody wants a lazy lie-about in their home, taking up all of their valuable resources. It's just not a good look for anyone.
I'm not a lazy lie-about. I work hard every day for hours on end, doing freelance work and things that you actually have no clue about. Just because I'm not mega rich at the minute doesn't mean I'm a failure.
Sure, whatever. Just know that whatever you say, it isn't going to change my mind about you. To me, you'll always be my husband's stupid, lazy brother who can't even be bothered to get a proper job. Have you even looked for work? I'm sure the coffee shop down the road is hiring, Go and work there. Then you can finally move out of my home.
How? A place like that pays less than minimum wage. How on earth can I save up enough money to get my own place? Working at a place like that?
You'll just have to work 24/7, won't you? Take any overtime they give and be prepared to work all of the hours you can.
Most I can make doing that is possibly a couple grand a month, if I'm lucky. Then I'll have to pay tax, along with whatever other bills I've got to pay. If I rent a place by myself, then I'll be spending over $1,000 a month for it, plus bills. I'd be lucky to have maybe $100 left at the end of the month for food and other necessities. How can I realistically live off of that?
Get a second job.
You really just don't care about me or my well-being at all, do you?
Not really, no.
Thanks. Well, just so you know, when Jasper gets back, I'll be showing him this conversation, and we'll all be having a very long conversation about how people treat others in this house.
You're seriously going to go and tattle on me to your brother? Are you actually for real? How petty is that?
Actually, I'm dealing with this conflict like any mature adult should. Instead of acting rashly and doing something stupid, I'm gonna talk to the people involved in this conflict to try and resolve it without anyone getting hurt or ending up resenting someone else. My brother just happens to be one of the people who needs to be in on this discussion. I mean, you act like I don't want to move out and get a place of my own. Do you think that I enjoy living with my brother and his wife? That I want to be underfoot all the time and feel like I'm in the way or something? Because I don't. I want to be able to afford my own place, but to do that, I need the internet to work. You just taking it away today has done nothing but hinder any progress I was making to get out of your house and out of your hair.
Ugh, whatever. I don't care about your little sob story. And it's not my fault if you can't get a job. Just get out of my house as soon as possible.
Whatever. I can see that you simply just aren't listening to me. I'm just gonna go to the library. I'll be back later.
Oh, please, don't hurry. Take your time. Honestly.
Uh-huh, sure.
Or, don't come back at all. That's an option.
Nancy, what have you done? Where are all my things? My bed, my books, everything.
Oh, you're back.
Yes, I'm back. Where's my stuff?
I told you I wanted you out of the house. This is mine and Jasper's home, and neither one of us wants you here anymore. Trust me. I know because I messaged him, and he said that he agreed with me. So you should just get out of here already.
Well, I know for a fact that my brother would never condone something like this. He would never just get rid of my things. Where are they all, Nancy? This isn't funny.
If you don't have a job, you're not considered valuable as a man. I've thrown away all of your stuff.
You what? I'm afraid you've disposed of much more than just my belongings.
Huh? Whatever. I was fed up with all of your things just lying around, so I got rid of them. I thought it would help get the message across about you getting out of my house already. Now that all of your stuff is gone, you can finally leave too. There's nothing tying you here, that's for sure.
You've really gone too far this time, Nancy. You have no clue what you've done.
Oh, boo-hoo. So some of your stupid, pointless things are gone. It's not like you can't buy them all again when you have your own place.
Yeah, I can buy most of my things again, but that's not what I'm really concerned about. No, what I'm incredibly upset and angry and all the other negative adjectives about is the fact that among all my things was the only photograph that me and Jasper had of our father.
What?
Yeah. Did Jasper tell you how our dad was in the army and that he was KIA before we were even born? We never even got to meet him, and due to a house fire, our mom was only able to save one single photo of our dad. Jasper asked me to look after it for a while so that I could get it uploaded onto my computer for safekeeping, but because I just lost my job, I haven't been able to do that. So I was keeping the original safe in my things until I was able to get a copy machine to scan the photo in. Now you've completely destroyed the only thing me and Jasper had to remember our father by.
I didn't know. You shouldn't have kept something so precious like that. Jasper should have had it.
Do you not just listen to a word I said? You're such a horrible woman. I don't know what my brother saw in you when he decided to marry you.
He's not going to be upset, is he? I mean, I didn't mean to throw away the photo, only all of your things. This is all your fault. If you weren't here taking up space in my home, then none of this would have happened.
And if you weren't such a horrible, cruel, and callous witch who apparently can't even share a house for a little while whilst her brother-in-law tries to get back onto his feet, then none of this would have happened either. You can't blame me for the mess that you've made.
But what can I do?
You know what? That's not my problem anymore. I've asked a friend and he's gonna let me sleep on his couch for a few days whilst I sort something out. You're on your own now.
No, you can't just abandon me. You need to explain to Jasper what's happened and why. He'll hate me otherwise.
Well, that's your own fault, isn't it? See you, Nancy. Try not to be such a witch to my brother when he gets back. Nick, where are you? How come you're not home? I've just got back from my business trip and none of your stuff is here. Did something happen? Were you able to find a house? Well, why didn't you let me know? I would have loved to help you move and celebrate you getting back onto your feet with you. No, I didn't find a place yet, but if you want to know why I'm not at yours, why don't you ask your wife? Huh? Nancy took all my things out of the house and chucked them into the dump. And I mean everything. After what she did, there was no way that I could stay in the house with her, so I'm currently staying at a friend's place before I can get a new place sorted. Whoa, hang on, you're moving out? Yeah, I can't deal with Nancy anymore. That was the last straw. Thankfully, I was at the library with my laptop, so I still have that, but because she threw everything out, it means that she got rid of Dad's photo as well. She what? Yeah, you remember that you gave it to me to upload on my computer? I hadn't been able to do it before I was made redundant, so I was keeping it safe in my room, but Nancy literally took every last thing from my room and took it to the tip. I tried to go there and see if I could find anything, but there was just too much rubbish. I wasn't able to find it. I'm sorry. Whoa, just hold up a moment. You have nothing to apologize for. You didn't lose it. And regardless of if you had the photo or not, the fact that Nancy took all of your belongings and took them to the tip is just a huge no for me. You were my brother. Why she thought it was okay to do that to you, I have no clue. But I'll be definitely having a long conversation with her. Don't you worry about finding a place to live just yet, okay? I'm your big brother, so you can stay with me for as long as you need to. Got it? But I can't live there whilst Nancy's there. We just don't get along. Don't you worry about her. I'll deal with her. Okay.
Nick? Hey, how are you? Look, about the other day, I don't know what came over me. Just chucking all of your things out like that? So rude. So, I know I said that I didn't want you living with us anymore, but maybe I was just a bit hasty? We can all fit into the house. It is quite a big one, after all, lol.
Oh, that's a complete 180 from the other day. What made you change?
Well, Jasper's heard about what I did. I'm guessing you told him. But he definitely wasn't happy. He's saying that he wants a divorce because he can't stand the thought of me acting like I did to you. I was just thinking that if you came back and we showed him that we were getting along now, he'd want to stay with me.
Ah, I see. So your horrible behavior actually has consequences, huh?
Maybe.
So, first you wanted to kick me out of the house saying that I was a lazy and penniless bum, and now you want me to come back so that I can save you from your despicable behavior? Yeah, I don't think so.
But you've got to. I don't want to divorce Jasper. He earns a good wage and I have such a comfy life at the minute. If he divorces me, then I'm going to have to make my own way in life, and I really don't want to do that.
It's not my responsibility to fix your behavior, and I'm not gonna lie to my brother and make him think that you're a nice person because you're not. Nice people don't just throw their brother-in-law's things into the dump.
Are you still crying over that? Get over yourself.
Yeah, and that's just made me not want to help you even more. Good luck on your own. It looks like I've got a house to move back into.
What do you mean?
Jasper has just messaged me to say that you're out of the house and that I can move back in. He's even bought me a few new things to get me started and to apologize for how you treated me.
That's not fair. That's my home.
Actually, Jasper's name is the one on the lease, not yours. It's his home and he decides who lives there or who doesn't.
Ugh, but it's not fair.
Oh well, looks like you've got some packing to do. I'd be quick if I were you, in case Jasper decides to take a leaf out of your own book and donate all of your things to charities and stuff. He wouldn't just waste it by dumping it in the tip, you see.
You haven't heard the last from me.
Uh-huh, of course we haven't. Goodbye, Nancy. It's been a displeasure knowing you. After my brother kicked Nancy out of the house and began his divorce, I thanked him for backing me up. I then moved back into his house and we shared it happily together, taking on the chores and bills evenly. I was able to find a new job as an engineer at the local train station and it's paying quite well. I've got enough to get my own place, but for the moment, both me and Jasper are having fun living together, so we've agreed to hold off for the moment. Luckily, I was even able to find a picture of my dad from an old army buddy of his. He was more than happy to let me and my brother have a photo of him and my dad together. It was incredibly kind of him, and both me and Jasper couldn't thank him enough. We now had a memento to remember our father by. As for Nancy, I heard that she had to get a job at a local supermarket. I do see her around from time to time when I shop, and she doesn't look like she's living a life of comfort at all. I think she ended up renting a flat in the town, which was nowhere near as nice as the house that me and my brother lived in. But sometimes life needs to deal you a pretty big lesson in order for you to shape yourself up. I just hope it works for Nancy.